seem to get it all in. Alright, so I thought I'd do another little stream. Might do a ghost box actually as well with the afterlife in a little bit. Send Simon. Hey Aaron, do you want to join in? Hang out. So Simon. So since early on, I've been hearing weird things. I even had the weird sensation that someone was standing right behind me earlier. No, that doll is definitely something wrong with that doll. Even when after I finished my earlier stream, yeah, I kind of just sat there and I was kind of like watching a bit of TV and a bit of YouTube at the same time. And you know when you get that kind of weird feeling like eyes peering at the back of the neck, I was getting that from that doll. So I got up and went and cooked my dinner. And as I was eating my dinner, chicken and pork, I still felt that weird kind of like sensation behind me, you know, kind of thing. And it felt like the doll's eyes was peering at the back of me. So I grabbed it and I put it in the living room. I have been hearing some weird noises, like little groans as well, as if someone is like, hard to explain. What I'm going to do is like explain it the best I can. So that when you get someone punches you, it's like that kind of going, oh. Now, she did say that she got beaten up. Maybe that's what I'm sensing. I don't know. I've heard some weird groans. I just went out to make my coffee, and as I opened the door, I saw got a big brilliant white flash out there. Because it actually reflected on the window, not the window, the mirror in the hallway. So I've just gone in the kitchen and closed the window because I didn't enough burn my dinner today. So there is a burning smell out there, which I can easily debunk because the way I was cooking today. But when I was out there cooking, it felt like someone was standing right behind me, you know, watching me. So it's more of a stronger feeling than I've had before. You know, I get these feelings time to time, yeah, but this one is stronger than any other feeling, you know. So I thought I'd just like stick the stream on, see if we can hear or see anything in here. I've got my TV on at the moment, so if I turn that off, it will be a bit more darker. Be interested to see any kind of like orb anomalies around here in the mirror. My leg's vibrating. I've sent Aaron and Simon an invite. They will come on. I sent you an invite. You want to come in? Let's do it through Facebook. How comes I've been logged into Facebook and I've not had Facebook on today? It's weird. Right, sending Simon an invite through Facebook. Aaron, if he wants to come on. If I can find Aaron on Facebook. No, he might do a ghost box later. We don't know. I just want to sit here and let you know if I'm feeling anything or hearing anything, and maybe you might hear the same thing. If you guys want to come in on side, feel free to. My trifle meter just went off then. Let's bring over the microphone a bit more so you might hear.
Oh, that's good.
Fucking hell, give me an heart attack or what?
Boom.
Fucking come kick your ass next time you do that, you son of a bitch, trying to scare the fuck out of me.
Me, mate. You should have been expecting a bit of a boo scare.
Man, since I've got that doll, I've had some weird fucking feelings in here.
Well, then tell me about it. I just
I've heard like moaning, I've heard like screams, like distant screams. I've had that feeling where where someone's standing right behind you, you know, like beady eyes, you know, beaming right in the back of your neck. The beaming so much that it feels like your neck's on fire. I've been like today, I've been scratched. I've like that hot poking feeling today. I can't say so much about the sleep pattern because I have a bad sleep pattern anyway, so I can't say she's been waking me up or anything. But I've had like the cold spots. Yesterday when she came through the Ouija board, if it was that was a more of a heavier pressure than I've ever had before on a Ouija board. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's me. I see something in like the gap. What's the name? There's a light there, but I think it's the light from the candle. Yeah, it's light from the candle. But you know, in the kitchen,
are you sitting there freaking yourself out, mate?
Well, they say that I need to give fear, so I'm giving them fear, aren't I? When I was in the kitchen, it's like a completely different kind of like feeling in there. Like I'm not like I normally get. It's just someone is standing right behind me, watching me cutting up the meat.
Yeah,
it's kind of creepy. Like, you know,
eyes on you everywhere in your house.
Yeah.
Is that since you got your new doll then?
Yeah, since I got her yesterday. It's like.
Did someone send it, yeah, or did you just pick it up?
No, I got it from the shop up the road. He's had it for over a year and a half, and I've been trying to buy it off him for a cheap price, and he's just been too fucking tight-fisted to let me have it. Cheap. And yesterday I got it for a tenner with a chair, a own little chair, and like earlier today, the K2 meter wouldn't stop fucking going off on her. It's just like every time I ask a question.
Checked it for like magnets and electronics.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, weird.
I've been doing everything I can think of. I even put the doll down, and I'm thinking I might, like, as you know, I do Ouija boards anyway, and I always close my Ouija board down. But don't forget, I've got 2 Ouija boards on there. I've got like a small one there. Then I've got the what's the name board, the pendulum board. And I'm wondering if I might have opened something on those boards without actually noticing it, or if something's coming from that mirror. Because I moved the doll, and I'm using a K2 meter band, and it, like, you know, it's still going off. And I put a K2 meter on this pendulum board, and it's still going off fucking crazy. So I'm wondering if it's like bringing any kind of like spiritual energy from the board onto her or something.
I would suggest that
when I put the doll back, they too me were going off even more.
Opposite his bed.
Which was weird.
No, it's next to it, facing
So
out
it's
of the
not
room.
facing the bed.
No. I would suggest if there's anything that you've opened up, it's to do with the mirrors, Steve, and not the boards.
Oh, it might be from her.
I had a couple of friends do a board with me last night, and nothing.
None at all. Well, I've been doing this for 4.5 years, haven't I? My Ouija boards.
Not even a vibration.
I'm not saying it's from those boards, because like when I got the doll yesterday, right? You know, when I even picked up, I felt like a weird tingling, like that static pins and needles when I picked her up here and put in the bag. When I brought her home, I just like left her on the bed in the bag. So I was having my dinner.
Mm-hmm.
When I finished my dinner, I took her out and I had this real big pungent smell of like, it smelled like musky violets.
Musky what?
It was strong, man. And like I left her in. I kept smelling it all the time, you know. When I put her in the living room for a few hours, the smell disappeared. But as soon as I brought it back in here, boom, it hit me again. And like when I bought it in the second time, it was even more stronger. And
might have an attachment to that one then. Might have finally got one that's properly.
Like she said, like when I spoke to her, whoever it might have been on board, she said that she liked violets. Violets was her favourite flower.
Well, there you go.
But she don't like men. She hates men.
What
happened was that the story I've got through the Ouija board, yeah, and they say people, it's up to two people if they believe me or not. You know, I was getting the information through Abby at first, yeah, and you know Abby's usually right most of the times. She told me that well, actually, I've got it written down, and I've not got no protection on. Her name was Jennifer Green. She died at the age of 86, yeah. And she lived not far from me, Croydon. And the way she died was a violent death. 3 black men broke into a house and beat her to death. All right. Now, I don't know the people, like, if this is a true story or what, you know, kind of thing. So say I'll just get it through the Ouija board. She died by being beaten to death on December. Didn't get a year, but the thing she can do, right, apparently, is to cast shadows. She can wake me up whenever she wants to wake me up. She can moan and groan. The smells of the violet flowers. She can sometimes be playful and just mess around. Now, you see, when I was doing it, I felt like someone like tickling my face. And when I asked Abby, she said it was like just testing me to see if I could feel her. She likes banging as well and slamming doors.
Well, that would be good if you can capture some of that on camera.
Oh, yeah, it'd be cool. But the thing is, as I said on my stream earlier, yeah, you could get this activity, but people are just going to say, "Oh, he's faked it." You know, you could have the most amazing piece of activity caught on camera, and someone's going to turn around and say, "That's fake." Like, and if a fucking full-blown apparition of a beard right beside me right now, and you see him materialise, and then like slap me around the face or something, and you materialise, you know, someone's going to put this up.
That's evidence, Steve. Because at the end of the day, I've had dolls move, I've had things thrown off the bloody wall, I've had picture frames come down at me, and at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I've filmed it, I've got it on video, but it's really fucking easy for anybody to turn around and say, you faked it with a magnet. You got somebody in the other room that's pulling wires for you. Like, and because until we go on a fucking TV show and do it in a controlled scientific environment, no one's ever really truly going to be like, okay, that's empirical evidence. You've got it. Ghosts are real. They exist. Boom. Job done.
Yeah, but
make it as personal evidence, mate. Build up a repertoire of it and get known. But If you can capture some of that stuff, you're fucking wicked, mate.
I said earlier, yeah, though, that even if someone was to prove that ghosts exist, the government's going to hear about it and fucking take what evidence that they've managed to get, you know, especially if it's like scientific evidence, because the government don't want people to know that, you know, a different realm exists.
It's like what I said to you. There's certain places in England where I've tried to investigate and they've said, no, sorry, mate, it's illegal. You can't do a seance here. We'll fine you. If we get proof and evidence that you've been doing seances, trying to contact the dead, we're going to fine you. You've got to think to yourself, why is that? Why did someone go as far as to make a bloody law against it? It means that the powers that be have got evidence. They know. They got the real evidence. They just don't show you. So we got to get our own public evidence.
So you know, we've probably got more fucking evidence, you, me, and a few other people, caught on video, right? And there's any TV crew come knocking on the door or email us saying, "Hey, Simon, we saw your
money in it for them." There's no money in it for them. That's all it is. It's all about money, mate. If they can't make $1, then they ain't going to do it, are they? It's that simple.
Yeah, I know, but if you think of it though, we've got more compelling evidence, you, me, Rose, and other people, right? Than fucking ghost hunters, ghost hunters, ghost adventures, and any other fucking TV program.
No, there's a few things that Ghost Adventures have caught on camera that I mean, I've never caught a ghost on camera, and I saw in the what was it? It was the St. Mary. It was a ship. It was a ship it's a British ship, and it's docked somewhere in America, and he went in there, and he got what looked like a bloke with a top hat, just a shadow of a bloke with a top hat walk across the screen. That was one time. And then they went to the island of the Dolls down South America, and a fire lit itself, and a doll that's got no batteries or electronics left in it started laughing at them. That was, I mean, they could have faked it, but if they didn't, that's some fucking evidence right there. That's creepy shit, isn't it?
Yeah, but what about my fucking black apparition in the living room that time?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But between those things there, that's evidence. That's evidence that there's definitely some weirdness. We can't explain it, but the only problem that it is like you can't go to the media with it because they say, "Oh, make it happen again," and it's as you always tell people on your show, you can't just make. They're not monkeys. You can't just make them.
They're not clowns in the circus. You can't make them do whatever you had like 2 or 3 days earlier because it takes them.
So you've been streaming your bedroom and your house for 4 or 5 years, and out of all the evidences that you've got, you've still only caught a few like apparitions, like actual shadows and weird see-through figures and things. So there it is. You can't make it do it on command, can you? 4 or 5 years, and you've only caught a few.
Well, the things I've had, which is guaranteed backed up on live stream video, was the black apparition, which was in the living room. Perry, Pumpkinhead done a frame by frame. It started off like a little mist figure. Then it went into like a black object, then into like a full-size humanoid object, then back into that kind of black mass object, then disappears into like a mist again. And he was able to do a screen by screen. The only thing is I don't think I've got that on my hard drive anymore because I had hard drive crashes. But I don't know if it's on my YouTube. Then you had that white one, that white ball that came out of from my microwave, went across the kitchen, over to the cooker and expanded upwards, like, you know, vertical. And on the freeze frame, you could see like something like a white figure. It looks like either a child or some kind of angelic kind of like looking figure. That's on my YouTube. I've got where the dolls got knocked down in the kitchen twice in one night. I've had the one where the golf ball flew at me.
Yeah, I saw that one, Steve, with the where you put the doll up in the corner of your kitchen and it fell over twice. I saw that. And you had that.
I actually tried bunking that. I tried jumping up, banged on the side and everything. It wouldn't fall down. And that's after the first time. Second time it fell down with more of a thud on it as well, as if like someone just went and pushed it. You know, I've had the golf ball. I've had the one where my DVR mouse was actually picked up and thrown at me. What else have I had? Those partial manifestations in here, you know, which came from over near the mirror and also in front of me. And I'm just sitting there, and it looks like an arm floating around. And the other one was like a leg or whatever it was, because it kind of like came from the mirror. It looked like it jumped on the bed, and as it jumped, it flew over to the back where the cat sits. What else I had? There's been so many I can't even fucking think. And there's me saying, well, I don't get that much activity. You know, why's it gone quiet? Because it does go quiet. It's all down to the atmospherics, the conditions of the weather, the EMF that may be around, you know, ley lines, could be anything, you know. And if you're not given that fear, like Harry said, they won't do anything, because you need to give them the fear. And I'm saying, well, if they want the fear, they've got to start fucking doing things. So I'm not going to give them fear. It ain't going to do anything, you know. And like, you know, you've had some crazy shit happen.
Oh, it turns out that the tap going and me house getting flooded was not paranormal. It was just coincidental that I happened to be doing a Ouija board at the same time. The bloke come around and fixed it today. He took the old piece off, and he basically said, "Yeah, they're popping all over the county at the minute. Loads of people are having the same problems with them because they're just old and rusty, and basically it's just old age that it pops." So,
and we thought
the demon, Steve. It wasn't God.
We thought it might be God for smoking a piece of the Bible, man. Damn it.
No, it wasn't any of that. It was nothing paranormal. It was just old age, wear and tear, an old house. I live in old miners' houses, so it's like, I don't know, the bricks and mortar are probably over 100 years old. The stuff inside it, my boiler, God knows, 20 years old, maybe more.
Yeah, the collieries up here probably closer to 150.
Oh, and I need to introduce you. This is Hodge, and we're sitting here with his girlfriend, Becky.
I can see Becky, but I can't see Hodge.
You can see Hodge, but you can't see Becky. It's the other way around.
Well, I can see one of them. I can't tell.
Yeah. No, Becky's a bit camera shy, and that's all right. You might hear her, but you won't see her.
Hello, Hodge and Becky. You know, that's the name of what's his name? Oh God, he's got his channel. What's the name's oh God, what's his fucking name? He's got a paranormal channel. Don Phillips. That's his spirit guy's name is Becky.
Is it?
Yeah. Right. It's like, you know,
they've been coming around a bit, and I've been going around their house a bit, and we've been I've been slowly introducing them to what I do, and or what I do in my spare time, what I'm interested in, and they're very interested in it as well. So we're thinking about going out in the field and doing some camera work over the next few weeks.
Be nice,
maybe.
Shane didn't live closer. I could have came and fucking done something with you. But...
Well, we live up near Newcastle, Steve.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like closer. My mail.
Do you know Phantoms Paranormal? Oh, they just changed their name to Elementals Seekers.
I think I've heard Phantom Paranormal.
Yeah, I've been chatting with them a little bit as well, and might be organising something with them in the future. At the end of the year, maybe next year.
Yeah, tonight. Yeah.
I've got a full battery. So why is that clicking away like it is? So yeah, as I say, I just don't understand why, you know, when you do get all this paranormal stuff, people kind of like don't believe it or don't want to believe it, and or they think it's like fake, you know, we're faking shit. Although like we got pure evidence and like video evidence and photo evidence and shit like that, you know. And you know, no one's come knocking on our door saying, "Oh, can we do like a little TV series? You know, just one TV series on you kind of thing, and do like an interview." But no, like, you know, you've got Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, Most Haunted, and what I don't get about fucking Yvette Yielding or what her bloody name is, she's always sitting there like trying to all be hard and big headed. Oh, come on, do something, you know, throw something at us, you know, scare us. One little noise, she goes screaming like a little fucking girl. She does. I don't know how they kept her on that, you know, TV show for all this time. You know, she's scared of her own shadow, I tell you. And I'd say, like, I think some of us have got more opinion evidence than they've had on any of their shows, to be honest with you. No, I'm not asking for fame and fortune or nothing like that, but fuck's sake, man, you know. Well, my silver greyish K2 meter's still going off time to time. The black one's not, but the trifield meter's like clicking away. I just thought I'd just like do a little stream and sit here and see what I can hear. You know, I can see a few shadows about, but that's just me, I suppose. Like my foot, you know, casting a shadow from the actual candlelight. I can see a shadow near the door, and as soon as I move my foot, you can see it's my foot. But something's setting off that trifield meter. I'm moving around. It's not me. It's only just going off. And every time that goes off, the K2 meter's going off. It's really weird. You're still there, or you disappeared? Oh, you are still there. What's your input about why people, you know, deceased people, attach themselves to items such as dolls? You know, is it because you think that they believe a doll is more of an object which reminds them as being a person? You know, because dolls are like a lifelike person, aren't they, in one way? But you've got so many types of different dolls, and why do they attach themselves to dolls? And why do they attach themselves to like teddy bears and other kind of objects like watches, clocks, you know, furniture? What's your input about that? What do you think? Why they do that? Is it because like it's just something that they liked and enjoyed in their lifetime? Is it because they feel like if they were able to attach themselves to something, it would be something that they did like in their lifetime? What's your input about it? You know, what do you think? Can you hear me? If they were talking, he's ignoring me now, Simon. Let's stick the ghost box on for 5 minutes. And Simon's not talking. Put the echo on slightly. Hello? Who's here with us tonight, anyone? What is the name of the spirit attached to that doll? Can you tell me the name of the spirit that may be attached to the doll I got yesterday? How did she die?
Didn't see her.
She hurting. That sounds like she's hurting. Well, I suppose she was hurting when she was getting beaten up.
It's healthy.
Who scratched me today?
The flash. The sky.
13. You might.
Yeah, sorry, mate. I was just seeing my friends out.
For the red.
I'll turn it off a minute. Yeah, I was just saying, what is your input about why spirits attach themselves to items such as dolls, watches, clocks, furniture, and stuff like that?
I used to believe that it was something to do with their lifestyle. You know, it's they would attach themselves to something that they had as a belonging in life. Kind of like just hanging on to a memory, you know, like unfinished business, if you will. But yeah, more recently, I'm starting to believe that they can attach themselves to anything they want, whenever they want. I think they can kind of pick and choose, you know, pick and choose what they attach themselves to and when and why. So really, I don't really have a clue why they do it, but yeah, kind of like if it's something that they might remember from life, I think that's a pretty good starting point, is to decide, you know, okay, they've attached themselves to that doll because in life the woman had dolls and played with dolls. They've attached themselves to that watch because in life he loved collecting watches, or he had a really expensive watch that he was really proud of or something. Maybe that's a good starting point, a good basis to go from. But yeah, you never hear about spirits attaching themselves to like old Coke bottles or an old shoe, do you? It's always like a sentimental object. So,
Well, there was a TV. Well, I don't know what one it was. I think it might have been Ghost Adventures. They had one about the baby's shoe that was supposed to be very haunted, and every time you went near it, you could hear like a baby crying, stuff like that, you know, kind of thing.
yeah, yeah, I think that's about the gist of it.
But why do you think that some spirits, you know, which are attached to dolls, are supposed to be so evil and negative? Like, you know, the ones that are attached to Annabelle and Robert.
It's just stigma. That's all it is. Nothing more than stigma, mate.
Mm.
Certain people are creeped out by the look of dolls. They're scared from the sight of them. They don't like the look of them. They find them creepy. They find them scary. They say, "Oh, they're watching me." You know, like the old painting, how is it? The prima donna. Its eyes will follow you everywhere you go in the room, and it's kind of the same with certain dolls. Like that Hannah doll I've got. It don't matter where you stand in the room. It looks like she's looking at you.
Yeah.
Don't matter. Same kind of thing. It's stigma. People feel that about the object, so they immediately associate any spirit that is associated with it as creepy, scary, evil.
Well, you're talking about pictures. What about the crying boy? I've got 3 pictures of different crying boy ones. Yeah, I know I ain't got no activity.
You need the original, don't you?
The original ones, you know, apparently that everyone.
One original one, and it's a painting, and you're not gonna get it.
No, but the thing is, right, not just the original one of the crying boy, but you know, there was supposed to be so many prints of it made that everyone that owned a print always ended up with the house being caught on fire in some particular reason. But it was always where that picture hung. There's never no damage, but all the rest of the house was like burnt down. So that's kind of weird.
I mean, if it's documented cases and definitely more than like 1 or 2 of them, then you can't put it down to coincidence. But that's such a specific thing, isn't it? Where the painting is undamaged or the print is undamaged and every other part of the house is burnt to a crisp. It's pretty spectacular. And if that is definitely the case, and there is plenty of documented cases of that, then I think they would have stopped production and there would have been a scientific team that thoroughly investigated.
Oh, I've seen I've seen several documentations on, like, you know, on Facebook, well, not Facebook, but YouTube and on social media, where people said that they've had, like, you know, a picture of the crying boy, and you know, after putting it up, they've had nothing but bad luck, and then had house fires. You know, there's one guy who reckons that he had a picture, and there's one particular night he could smell like burning, and he woke up, and you know, everything was okay, and that went on for a couple of nights, and then one particular night, he actually woke up and found that something had fallen on one of these heaters and was actually on fire. And like he was only just about, you know, quick enough to get out of the house before he actually inflamed the whole fucking bedroom. So like, you know,
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird, but I don't know if it's personally. I don't think I'd have a picture of the crying boy because, funny as it would be to be able to document the fact that my house burnt down. There's my house burning down. I've got a lot of stuff that I hold dear to my heart in here. I don't really want it all burning down. Thanks.
I think it's just, you know, pure fucking bad luck. I
So
suppose.
you've got pictures of them.
I've got pictures of crying boys, but they're not like the proper one. They're different ones. I'll show you. Right? I don't know if you'll actually see them on the wall at the back, but over there on the back wall there. You see that?
You've got 3 of them hanging up there.
Yeah, got 3 different boy ones.
Oi. Put that back. Put that camera back there.
Hang on. Plus over there.
No, put the camera back there, Steve. I saw something weird.
I've got a crying girl one up there.
So Steve, put the camera back on the crying boys. It's gone.
What?
Mate. Move your hand to your right. But keep the camera facing the boys. Just move the camera like all the way over to the right hand wall. And keep mate, that's weird, it's gone.
What?
There was 3 fucking figures in your mirror when you first pointed the camera at the crying boy.
What, over that mirror?
That mirror that's got the cross next to it and call Steve above it. There was there. Keep moving. It's coming back. What is that? Is that wires hanging up on your back wall?
Yeah, there's 3, like that's no, that's a reflection of my TV area was at the back on the TV.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, mate. You're so fucking with the camera that you just can't tell.
That's why you have to try debunking things, like I said on last.
Yeah, there it is. It's back again, mate. That was creepy. That was fucking.
The thing is, you know, when you see and hear things, you've got to try debunking things. Like I tried debunking that doll earlier, but I can't debunk the sensation.
It looks like 3 women with robes on looking down at you like, we're going to get you, Steve. We're going to get you. They're coming to get you, Stephen.
I think it's down to pixelization as well. Like, you know, Ulrich's really good at pixeling, and like he's seen a lot of stuff in my house, you know, through the pixels.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I tried debunking that doll earlier, and I couldn't debunk what was making it go off all the time.
Yeah, it's weird having a new doll in and getting all them feelings. But I'll let you get back to your session, mate.
Yeah, I was just going to stick a ghost box on for a while, see what happens, see if I can get any responses on any questions, Ian.
I'll hear it.
Hello, anyone around? That just said Steve, I think. What's the name of the new doll?
Stillness.
Can you tell me the name of the doll that I got yesterday? Now, funny, that said brother. We was getting that on the ghost box yesterday.
And wonder.
Who's giving me this weird feeling, these weird sensations, as like I'm being watched, and like those eyes peering at the back of my neck? Okay, 2 minutes going crazy just then.
Providing.
Can't tell me the name of the doll. What name did we get? Saying about haunted. And I'm not going to give up on that question. I'm going to keep asking the question until I get a reply. What's the name of the doll I got yesterday? Monday.
The brother.
Or 2 days ago. Actually. It's like someone's like pressing fingers in my arm.
On the start.
Ragdoll. Actually, I think I've got a new doll coming soon. The raggy one. Made out of cloth.
Productive.
Can you try and manipulate that candle? Can you blow the candle out? This one. Or can you make the K2 meter go higher? Orange, yellow.
Round.
As many.
Got near that.
Where's the cat? Just a second, I think it was the cat. Yeah, Abby, my spirit guide, my friend,
Dignity.
helper.
Baggy.
Is my house active or haunted? What's the name of the person I'm talking to on side chat in Hangout?
Subject.
Hey, who's the guy I'm talking on the Hangout? What's his name?
Did you hear that, Steve?
No. What? What?
It said my name, but it whispered it. Simon. It's horrible. Creepy.
As you said, the female just said Simon, I think, just then, when you was talking.
Hope.
Say Simon.
Research.
Research. Funny enough, I was doing research on what's the name today, Sign the Blame, because me and Rose going to do another stream on that on Monday. So yeah, I was researching today or yesterday. And maybe next Thursday you might do Alicia Lamb.
Yeah. With that, with Elisa Lam, I don't really know how to describe it. I would just say don't, because that poor girl was murdered in the most horrible way, stuffed inside a bloody. Stuffed inside a
What
bloody.
was we talking about just now, Simon? What was we talking about just now? And they just said fire.
Fires, yeah. But no, that poor girl. Let her rest, mate. Let her rest in peace. She was bloody tortured. It was awful.
I don't think. Well, she wasn't tortured by a person, I don't think, because no one can understand how she got up there.
It was a cult. It was a cult that killed her. They murdered her and stuffed her in a bloody tank and hid the evidence. It was horrible.
Well, it's only because she's asked me, like, you know, it said, like, I don't care what people say, like, spirits asked me to talk to them again, and she's got something else she want to tell me.
I mean, if she can tell you who her killers are, then sweet, cool. But I left all that alone. I thought it's too much of a bloody tragedy to bring it all up again. That poor girl.
Yeah, I know, but it's not just it's like, you know, Simon Blaine, Elizabeth Tate, you know, the Black Dahlia, anyone, like there might be stuff out there that they're trying to pass on which was never even brought up.
That Tammy in the background, Steve. Well, it is. Sometimes I see things in your house, mate, and I think, oh, what's that?
Probably most of it's pixeling or something.
No, it's definitely your kitty cat. I can see her back there behind your head. No, all right, mate, crack on. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, we're going to do Sandra Bland Monday because there is a lot more updated information regarding her. Her mother settled for a $1.9 million court suit, or whatever it was.
Elderly Steve.
Yeah, who said Steve? No, because you're saying Steve. Are you saying my name, Steve, or is your name Steve? If your name's Steve, say Stephen.
Edge of the woods.
I've heard that.
Things present help.
Brad.
I'm the man.
What's your name? Can you tell me your name?
Anderson.
Why do you come here? What's your purpose coming and talking to me? That just said Becky. I swear that just said Becky. Play it back. If you don't believe me, the female went Becky, like because of the echo. Do you have a message for Becky? Grabbed. Don't believe me, play that back, Simon. That said Becky. That is loud.
I'll have to take your word and believe you, mate, because I'm not on YouTube. I'm just on the Hangout and I've got the chat on the side.
Yeah, well, that said Becky.
They're gone now, though. They're gone.
To reach them.
Well, it said Becky.
Interesting.
Get to the.
Get too old. Get too old for what? I feel I'm already too old for fucking doing stuff.
From south.
Awesome.
No idea.
Awesome higher. Hello.
Under the tree.
I might try my other ghost box, the physical one, in a minute. If I can find the cable.
Which here?
Where's the cable for it to sit? That's not it. Where's the fucking cable?
Commissioner.
I'm sticking a media on in a minute for a little bit. It's kind of weird that, you know, this is what I don't understand. You start hearing noises and you feel like uncomfortable. see shadows, and then when you do a live stream, it suddenly goes very quiet.
You sense this.
It is.
Stop that one from there.
Maybe it don't want to be recorded, Steve.
Hey,
Maybe it don't want to be recorded, mate.
maybe some of them don't want to. Hello. I would like to use my saving, but I don't know where I put it. Can you tell me the name of the doll what I got yesterday, Monday, please?
The week now.
Again, what's the name of the doll which we believe? What is the name we believe is the name of the doll?
7224. Subset controlling.
From the
Try use the radio to communicate with us. You can't tell us the name of the doll. Tell us any other spirit name that may be in here.
606.
I'm so
What you want?
Try and use the radio waves to communicate with me.
Which is a gorgeous place. And I'm very. But the radio. I'm being physically attacked.
Physically attacked. And I felt like physically attacked earlier when I'd been scratched or poked. You have anything you want to say to me?
just listen to that to the farmer's book.
Any messages? Tell me to shut up. Tell me to fuck off, if you like.
Good morning, Don.
Let's not get it into we are big.
Scanning downwards now.
By police. You stepped up the thread.
Carl, you got anything you want to say to me? Any messages? Any names?
Fujiwara from Tokyo University.
So Ryan, give up those books.
Scholars, this is a Probably be a good order. Wakefield Hayes. Yeah, well, yeah, I think he's a. This week. Lazy ass. First step. The possibility of now squeezed into it.
No, I'm just going to try another one. Don't know if these batteries are any good though. One ghost box I don't really like using. But as people say, you've got to give it a chance. That's the PSB7. Where's the battery? One of the worst radios ever I bought out, PSB7. If it turns on, got a battery indicator, but it's not turning on. So the PSB7 don't want to work. Okay. Okay, PSB11. Where's the speaker thing gone? Can't put it through the amplifier because you can only play one channel otherwise. I've been in fucking stations, haven't you? I'm only getting one fucking frequency working. Fucking that shit. I've always hated that PSP 11 actually. Sucks bollocks. Can't find my Sage. I'd like to put that one on. But I can't find the motherfucker. Oh well. Not to worry. Oh shit. Cyclist one crunch. Let's stick the other one out. Rose box. It's fine. Hello. Anyone around? Try to use the frequencies and the broken up words on the radio to talk to me. Tell me the name of the doll that I got yesterday, Monday. I just heard Jen. What's the doll's name? Tell me clearly. What's her full name? Do you have anything you want to tell me? What's my name? Can you tell me my name? Abigail. No, my name ain't Abigail. I like to get the dust meter working, but it's not working. There we go. No, ain't gonna work because you can't hear it. Oh, well, tried. Not getting nothing, to be honest with you. It's just those weird feelings, like, you know, I said earlier, like being watched, you know, touched, prodded, scratched. And yeah, like Simon said, maybe they don't want to be caught on camera. Some of them don't, some of them do. Don't know. So my neck's gone bloody cold though. No, we can't expect things to happen all the time. Maybe she'll only do things when we're not recording, you know.
Maybe that's it, mate. Maybe she just don't want to be caught on camera.
Well, I've got fucking touch it. I've got fucking 8 cameras recording continuously. So if anything happens, it happens. And I've got the other cameras I need to sort out my Wi-Fi one, so it'll be back to 9 cameras soon. And she thinks, like, you know, she might get some privacy in my fucking house, mate. This house is recording 24/7. So if you do anything, the only way you're going to do it is by fucking up my equipment.
Right. I'm going to shoot off, mate, because it's payday today. I've got to get some sleep, so that I've got to go into town later, so I've got to get up early.
Yeah, I might nip out tomorrow, today. Don't know yet. Depends how I feel. Depends on what time I get up. If I don't get woken up and I just saw something in the hallway, then never mind. Just imagination, probably. All right, I'll catch you later. Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah. Thanks for having us on, mate. I'll see you in a bit, and yeah, we'll have a chat again in a couple of days.
Yeah, all right.
All right, bye.
Shall I? That Trifield meter started going off again slightly just behind me. Now, like, you know, we can't expect them to do things, you know, 24/7. It's not really possible, I don't think, unless, like, you know, they're all feeding off some kind of energy that allows them to give activity 24/7. I like to know how some of these so-called real haunted houses are feeding these spirits all this energy. Maybe it is down to, like, ley lines or conditions of the weather, or maybe they're feeding off the electricity that's running through, or it could be where they're near rivers and, like, they're using the river as an energy form. They do say that, you know, they can use water as well as anything else. Oh, you can. I suppose they can also feed off our energy if we've got enough energy to give them. But yeah, it's kind of like hard to understand it, really, I suppose. Like, yeah, the other, you know, a couple of weeks back, I was getting a little kind of like skeptical that, you know, things have gone very quiet and I wasn't getting activity. And I didn't think, like, you know, I was going to get any more activity, but, you know, I was wrong. Since I've got that new one on Monday, I've heard like a few little moans and groans. Thought I've heard like distant screams. You know, I've been poked. possibly scratch down my back as well. No, I can't say it's from her, from Jennifer, because I can't even say that doll is active with a spirit in it. Maybe I've conjured up something else. I don't know. Maybe it might not even be a female attached to that doll. It could even be a male figure or pretending to be a female. It could be anything, really. It could be a demonic fucking spirit, for all I know. And I believe, like, you know, demonic spirits can, like, manipulate themselves to be whatever you want it to think it can be. Like, you know, you might think it's a child or a young female or an elderly female or just a normal male figure when it isn't. It could be something dark and demonic attached to it, and, you know, it could be just like starting off, you know, very minimal kind of stuff, and it might fucking accelerate into something fucking even more and worse and negative, for all I know. On my arm, under my armpit, started doing that for no reason. Just that, you know, it's kind of weird that I've had that more of a weird sensation of someone standing right behind me, you know, over the last couple of days. No, I'm not saying I've not had it before. I have had it before, but this is more of a stronger spirit, you know. Feels like, you know, I'm being followed around. They're watching what I'm doing. And normally I don't burn my fucking food. And, well, when I was cooking my dinner, it got burnt. So, well, I don't know why. I'm always careful with my dinner. Like Simon said, like, you know, if they don't want to be caught on camera, they won't do. And it's kind of weird that things were happening. Just as I turned the stream on, and now I've got the stream on, it suddenly kind of stopped, you know. I'm not getting that feeling I'm being watched constantly now, you know. I've been getting like a little cold spot time to time, but that's nothing really. And I just can't understand why the K2 meters have been going off on their own. So maybe the spirit, part of the spiritual energy from that doll has leaked onto the table. I don't know. I can't even prove there is a spirit attached to the doll. Now, unless we start getting EVPs, which we didn't do. So I will bring her in again during the week and try to get an EVP off her. We didn't do no EVPs, did we? And I really want to try to do it on my Nokia. And my Nokia phone's not bloody charging up for some reason. I've had it in the charger all day and it's still not charged up. So I'll have to, I suppose, try disconnecting it from the webcam. And put it in the webcam port. If anything happens during the daytime or tonight, I'll let you know, guys. I'm not saying I'm going to do another stream or anything, but if anything happens, I'll probably just do an update, let you know if anything does happen or not. I'm going to go. It's like 1:40. I've actually get a little bit tired now anyway. So, lucky I'm going to go. I might go straight to bed, I might not. I'm just going to sit and listen. I don't even know if I'll have the TV turned on. Just sit in the quietness and the darkness and see if anything occurs. Not saying it will, but you never know. Because that's a good thing. If you're at home on your own and you're hearing things, there's either two things. You're either gone fucking nutty and you're imagining that you're hearing and seeing things, or those things you're hearing and seeing are real. And being here doing this work for 5 years, I know if what I'm hearing is real or not. Because you might hear like a little tap, a little like footstep, and it could be the neighbours upstairs just walking around. But if it's like walking on more of a solid floor, my hallway's like vinyl, so my bathroom vinyl and the kitchen's vinyl. So you're like, if someone's got like shoes and not trainers, but proper shoes with like, proper heels on, you can actually hear that kind of footstep. You can hear this, the door opens, the shuttle rattles. Been here for nearly 6 years now, I do know what, particular sounds sound like. So I can always debunk if it's like the neighbour or someone outside. Or it's a cat running around. Oh, go, fuck it. Nothing's really happening. It's always like the same, but when you do start hearing things and seeing things, you put a stream on, it suddenly stops as quickly as it started. Oh well. I'll catch you later, guys. Good night. Peace. Bye.